Hi, this is Lucy from Lucy Heaton Cross Stitch Designs, and today I want to show you how to do French knots and how they're incorporated with cross stitch. So quite often you'll find a French knot on a cross stitch pattern, and it's just used to add a little bit of detail. So that could be for an eye or the middle of a flower. So here we go. The first tip I would say is swap your cross stitch or tapestry needle for a small sharp sewing needle, because that's just going to make it a bit easier to actually pierce through the cross stitch and the material. Also check the pattern and just see how many strands of thread it specifies for the French knot. So usually for a small French knot on cross stitch it will be 1 strand of thread. So thread the needle and just secure your thread on the back there. I've attached it to the cross stitch that I already did, and we'll make a start. So French knots don't always come up through the actual squares or holes in the Aida. They can do, but sometimes they can come up through the actual centre of one of the squares, so that's what I'll show you to start off with. So bring the needle and thread up from the back. Oh, we have a little tangle. Okay, fetch that through. Hold the bottom of the thread just off to the side, and hold the needle on the other side, and then want to wrap that thread over once and twice, and then just put the point of the needle back through the fabric but not actually through the same hole you came up in, as close to it as possible. And the reason for that, if we actually went back down through the same hole, it would pull your knot right through the fabric and it would disappear. So just gently pull the thread through, and there's the first French knot. So I'll show you another one coming up through one of the holes in the squares, corner of the squares. So pull the thread through, hold it off to the side, wrap it over the needle once, then twice, put the point of the needle back through the fabric as close as possible but not through the same hole, and just keep it to the side there with your thumb just to add a bit of tension while we pull the thread through, and then just gently we let go of it at the last minute, and there's a small but perfectly formed French knot. So it really just takes a bit of practice. I'll show you one more. The tricky bit I think is actually getting the needle exactly where you want it to come up there. Put from the back, hold it to the side. It's a bit fiddly, but you'll get there. Wrap it round once and twice. Put the needle back down next to where the thread came up. Just hold to the side. Pull the thread through, let go. That's another French knot. So if you wanted to make your French knots a bit bigger, you could use 2 strands of thread, but that just depends what the pattern is and what effect that you're trying to achieve. So now I'll show you how to do the French knot actually on top of the cross stitch. So the cross stitch is always done first and the French knots are added after. This time I'm going to come up in one of the holes in the middle, or one of the corners of the cross stitches. Pull the thread through, take it off to the side, wrap it over the needle once, twice, and then just try and go down very close to where the thread came up. Pull through, and there's a French knot actually on top of the cross stitch. I'm going to try and do one now that actually is going to come up in the middle of one of the cross stitches. There we go. Pull the thread through, take it to the side, wrap it over once, twice, and then just find your spot to go back down with the needle. Pull the thread through, think that was as neat as the other one, but let's do one more for good luck. Pull the thread through, take it to the side, wrap it over once, twice, push the needle back down, near to where it came up. And there we have a French knot, or 6 French knots. So I hope that helps, and thanks for watching.